Hello, we are from the Contract and Management Group. We are going to share our findings on MIID contract and PAM contract. We will also present some scenarios based on the clauses to help us understand more of the clauses and contracts. Before we dive deep into contracts, we have to know what a contract is. Contract is a formal agreement between two or more parties, legally binding them to specific terms and conditions. Contracts include an exchange of something valuable. Written contracts are usually preferred because of their simplicity and ease of implementation. These 6 elements of the contract, which are consideration, competency and capacity, offer, acceptance, mutuality of acceptance, legality. Some construction contracts contain clauses that allow the determination of the employment of the contractor. For example, in Malaysia, we have JKR, PAM, CIDB, IEM, PAM 2018, and MIID. Without further ado, there are several types of building contracts, which are lump sum contract, measurement contract, cost reimbursement contract, design and build contract, management contract, public-private contract. After knowing the types of building contracts while creating a contract, there are different breakdowns that is important in a contract, which is scope of works, time frame and deadlines, variations, termination and suspension, liability and insurance, dispute resolution, force majeure, intellectual property, practical competition, health and safety, and last is warranties and defects liability. Let us know about more detail about contract documents while handling contract documents. There are some key elements of contract documents, which are parties involved, individuals or business bound by the contract, scope of work, key elements such as goals, objectives, timeline, etc., terms and conditions, the rules, requirements, and obligations that govern the agreement, supporting documents, additional documents that support and clarify the agreement. In construction projects, a variety of contract documents are used to establish a legally binding agreement and ensure smooth execution. Types of contract documents on construction projects. Construction agreement, the foundation of a construction contract, delineating the project's purpose, scope, and cost. General and special conditions, address necessary operations and indirect costs that are not directly tied to construction work. Drawings and technical specification, provide visual and written details on the project. Bill of quantities, a detailed document listing all materials, parts, and labor needed for project completion. Schedule of values, assigns a cost to each work item and calculates the total based on the percentage of the completion. To have a better understanding of how clauses work in real life, we have sets of scenarios to explain how the clauses apply in different situations. Scenario 1. A new cafe owner in KL hires an interior designer to design a cafe. The project involves custom furniture, lighting, and elements. The problem arises when the owner decides to change key elements of the designs halfway through the project. In this case, the scope of work and variation clauses are crucial for managing these changes. The contract ensures that any requested changes to the design, together with any additional costs and time needed, are legally agreed upon. This prevents disputes over project delays or budget overruns. Coming up to scenario 2. A residential condominium developer hires a contractor to build a 30-floor residential condominium in BJ. Due to the size of the project, unforeseen events such as delays in material supply or unfavorable weather cause the contractor to fall behind schedule, which could result in fines under the original contract. In this case, the extension of time and liquidated damages clauses protect both parties by providing a structured way to manage delays. The contract allows for an extension without penalizing the contractor. This prevents disputes over deadlines and ensures that the developer is compensated if the delay is unjustified. For scenario 3, a designer is hired to renovate a heritage building into a high-end cafe. Heritage buildings are often subject to regulation from local authorities or heritage bodies. Certain approvals must be obtained before renovation works can begin. The authority approvals clause ensures that the contractor or architect is responsible for obtaining necessary prior to moving forward. Non-compliance with these requirements can lead to work stoppages or legal penalties. And last but not least, for scenario 4, where a heritage hotel needs renovation work that adheres to conservation guidelines, ensuring the preservation of historical elements, interiors, or architecture features. In this scenario, the conservation standards clauses in the PAM contract and MIID contract ensure that both the architect and the interior designer follow conservation guidelines when making design decisions or selecting materials. It specifies what parts of the structure must remain intact and how much can be altered. That's all about group sharing on contract. Thanks for watching.